Christy here. I'm here today to share my baby album for Adeline's first year. This is a 6x8 mini album from Snap. It is pink. And I'm using the Little You collection by Crate Paper. So I just have a little scrap of paper there with a little tiny word sticker that says Little Girl. And I believe I have a process video for the album cover and maybe even the first few pages of this album. So be sure to check that out. I'll try to leave the links in the description box below. But before we get started, I do have some products left over. I'm gifting a lot of my leftovers to subscribers, but I do have these extra Project Life cards from the mini kit that you can buy at Michael's. So I have about a dozen or so 3x4s and probably 20, give or take, 4x6s. So this is a mini kit you can buy at Michael's. It comes with some embellishments as well, but this is what I have left over, and I'd love to give it to you if you leave a comment below. Now, some of you are going to want to leave a comment just about the album, but if you would like to be entered to win the cards, just write the word giveaway somewhere in your comment so that I know to enter you into the giveaway, and then I will probably do the draw. Maybe let's just pick a random date and say like August 7th. So yeah, just wanted to share those with you. They're really pretty, and I cut some of them down just to use as embellishments. So this one would be a really good example. You could just cut that out, trim that out, and use it as an extra embellishment on your page, or just use them as is. So there's that. Alright, let's get started into this album. So it is a little bit chunky, but I'm happy that I got all 12 months in there. I was really selective of the pictures that I did choose to include. Obviously, I did not include every photo ever taken, but I made sure to include some photos that were really, really important to me or really showcased Adeline's personality. Now, this album has never really laid flat nicely, something to do with the spine, but I'm okay with it. So we'll just get right into it. So this is a chipboard alpha from Maggie Holmes, and a little doily in behind, and then just a little ephemera piece. This is just kind of my title page, and I did have it so that it was just cardstock with holes punched in it, but it wasn't really surviving. So I could have got some reinforcers, but I decided just to trim a page protector and staple it onto my paper, and it works really well, and it's really sturdy, so I like that. Used my tab punch and my tiny attacher and a little wooden button and made a little title page. On the back, I'm using these puffy stickers from the Little You collection as well. And this card is from the Project Life kit, and some ephemera pieces and chipboard. And it's just talking about my pregnancy with Adaline. I used one of the divider pages that comes with the mini albums, and just adhered down some cardstock, and then the discs that we got from our ultrasound. So there's 2 discs, so I just used some glossy accents on the back side of the little holder here, and then the disc itself is easily accessible for viewing. So there's one on either side. I use my tiny attacher just to attach this acetate piece. I don't know if you can see that. Let me see if I can. So a little cloud acetate piece there. I did buy 2 packs of the ephemera for this album, so I had quite a bit of the acetate, and then the mini kit came with some embellishments as well. I also had the sticker sheet and the chipboard sheet. So these tags came with the ephemera pack, and I just kind of scattered them throughout the album. This one says 9 months in the making, so I thought it was pretty applicable for using near the pregnancy stuff. I have a 6x8 photo here of Adaline. The next few pages are all just like newborn photos of her and our family. This is one of the only things that I don't yet have done. So this is a 4x6 vertical page protector from Simple Stories, and I'm going to type up Adaline's birth story and then slip it in the pocket, so then I can have it on the front and the back. And if for some reason that's not enough room, then I might just do like kind of like an envelope, so stick the story in the envelope, so it's a little bit more private in there as well. Some more newborn photos just to kind of kickstart the album. Then I have her stats here when she was born, and her birth announcement card that we sent out to family and friends. So again, using lots of the newborn photos. This is a 6x8 page protector that I just trimmed down to fit the card, and then used my fuse to make it fit. And then another tab punch and wooden button. This is a 4x6 card from the Project Life kit that I just trimmed down and layered on some pattern paper. Another tab or tag, I guess, with her statistics on it. And then I just covered all the tags that you see. I covered the back with some pattern paper and tried to add some embellishments just so that you have something to look at on both sides. Here's another little card that I trimmed down and just layered on to some cardstock. This one as well. So just making use of these cards and really making them stretch. So you can see this is the same card. I just trimmed it down and layered it on top. Something else that I'm trying to do throughout the album is do a little bit of a black doodle here and there, just to bring in some more black to the album to anchor your eye. I brought in some enamel dots from my stash, using all kinds of scraps from the pattern paper just to create some layers. I made a couple of shaker pockets using the acetate and a sequin mix. I thought the colors worked really well with this collection, so I just stuck with the same sequin mix throughout. Another little tag. For most of the chipboard, I tried to peel off some layers just so that it wasn't so bulky. Lots of filler cards, but still leaving room for some journaling. The sticker sheet had 1 month, 2 month, 3 month, and so on, so I really made sure to include those just to have kind of a little tiny recap of any special events that happened or things that she's into at that time, milestones and that sort of thing. Brought in some baker's twine throughout. Some more acetate. Lots of layering up of embellishments. Just making sure that all the colors are represented. Yellows, pinks, grays, blacks. The pink foiling from the Project Life kit. Some months have way more photos than others. Like, for example, this is December, and I think it has probably 3 or 4 pages of photos. Other months only have like 1 spread of photos. So it really depended on what was happening and what she was into and the holidays and that sort of thing. I was really, really selective in the photos that I included, because I knew it was going to be pretty chunky, and I wanted to make sure that all 12 months fit in there. Some of the elements repeat throughout. So for example, this little saying, "Your little smile melts my heart," that's in there a few times. And that's okay with me. I just really like it, and it fits the photo as well. This floral paper and the florals in this collection are my absolute favorite florals. They're just so pretty to me. and I used every floral bit that I had when making this album. So lots of layering like I do, the little scraps, and then scraps of paper, ephemera, chipboard, and enamel dots. So that's pretty much the recipe for all my filler cards. Sometimes I would leave them just blank, and that was good enough. Add a little doodle border, and that was enough for me. Sometimes it was just some alphas and a chipboard shape. By the end of my album, I was running a little bit shy of embellishments, so I had to really stretch the collection by reusing some elements. When choosing photos, I did try to pair them with like colors, but like I said, they're grouped by month, so it didn't always work out that way. And then 12 months, so some of these tabs or tags I still need to fill out, so her weight and length at the different months, but I'll get around to doing that. And then yeah, so now we're at her like cake smash photos and her birthday. I really wanted to have kind of the comparison photos, so the day she was born to her 1 year. I wanted to have those on one page so that people could compare without flipping back. And this is from her birthday when we celebrated with my family. And then a few weeks later, we celebrated with Erin's family. And then some family photos that we had taken a few weeks before her birthday. I want to include those at the back. So that is it. If you have any questions, please let me know. All the products were purchased from Paper Issues, but I do not believe that there's any of this collection left in the store. But I wanted to give you an idea of what you could make with one collection in one album for a baby album. It can be done. Encased in a 6x8 album, it can be done. So I hope that gives you some ideas and inspiration. Just a reminder, if you want to enter the giveaway for these cards, just make sure that you leave a comment with the word giveaway, and I will choose a winner shortly. So thank you so much for watching. We'll see you really soon. Bye!